How's it going? Tim here from tequilareviews.com, and contrary to what you may think, I am not in Mexico. I'm actually in my backyard, which I call Tim's Hideaway, built exclusively to showcase all my knowledge and maybe even lack of knowledge of tequila in what we call sunny South Florida. I built this enclave right here, which you'll get to know in a lot of different videos. Hit the subscribe button. You'll get every single one of them. You'll get a notification in your account when I do upload something like that. They're going to be very cool, informative. Today I'm just going to start off with a little welcome video and just talk about the different kinds of tequila. The hat is just for effect. Don't worry about it, all right? So there are many different kinds of tequila. Now there's two things to remember. One, tequila is either made from 100% blue agave, and it'll say that on the label, or it's just mixto tequila, which will just read tequila. So pulling up a bottle right here, you can see right here, 100% de agave. The ones I drink are all going to say that for the most part. I'll get into mezcals later. That's a completely different topic. There's a lot of different overlapping stuff with those two, but again, I will get that later on in other videos. So basically what you have is two categories of tequila, and then, which I just mentioned, and then you're going to have 5 types that are labeled under that. The most popular one that you're going to see, probably the one that you get chilled shots of, is silver. It's also referred to as Blanco, plata, white, platinum. You have it. Now this is a blue agave spirit in its purest form. It's clear and typically unaged. It's got a lot of flavors of the agave. It's also sweet. Now many people take shots of these and chill them. I have a good friend who does a lot of chilled Patron shots, and he drinks the Blanco. It gets you a little bit messed up and it's a little bit smoother. However, it's not going to have the taste. Basically, there's a couple Blanco products up there that are aged up to 2 months to give a little bit smoother spirit taste, but for the most part, these are stored in stainless steel tanks for up to about 4 weeks. Again, that's going to be a very popular one. Here's an example right here, Milagro. They have an insane presentation. It's probably the coolest bottle you can buy, across all their different types. They sell every kind from Blanco to Reposado to Anejo. Again, very well marketed, very well packaged. But again, this is Blanco. Most of you have seen this, and that is a very common tequila. Now you've also got tequila gold, also known as oro, loosely, and really, literally, translated into Spanish, gold means oro. So again, there you go, a little Spanish lesson for today. Basically, this is a mixto. There's flavorings added, and it's younger. It's obviously older than the Blanco, but it's younger, less expensive. It's used in a lot of restaurants and bars. It's going to be their mixed drink stuff. If you get a margarita, typically going to see some of that. I did not bring a gold out because I do not drink gold. A lot of times you'll see Jose Cuervo gold. That's a very popular house pour in a lot of different places. I don't drink it. You'll get to know later on in this video and in others that I drink the aged stuff a little bit. So basically those are your 2 most popular ones, because again, most people think of tequila and they think of taking shots in bars or margaritas and really just getting messed up in Mexico, which we all got our start that way. Let's face it. When we first got tequila, it was all just tequila poppers, tequila shots, tequila sunrise, and you have it. And that's basically what, people know about tequila. And this video and this whole website concept and YouTube channel is really to educate people that tequila is not just that thing you shoot down in a bar when you want to, get crazy and get a little bit nuts. Tequila is getting up there with bourbons, whiskeys, scotch, and anything else that you would drink, basically to have that, no mixed drink, like no Coca-Cola or no mixers or soda or juice in there. You want to have just something natural in its spirit form. Tequila is starting to get that market share, and I found out recently why. It's delicious. You just got to know which ones to get. So again, sipping tequila is really picking up. Back on track here. I'm going over the different types of tequila that are available. Now, Reposado is one step up from the gold tequilas you're going to see. Here again is the Coralejo. Nice one. It's a Reposado. And basically that just means rested. So they're going to be in wood barrels or storage tanks about 2 months to 11 months. It's going to be a big range in there depending on the distillery and who's making it. It's got a little bit of a golden color, and it's got a taste that really balances and gives you almost like a woody flavor. Again, it's going to have a lot more flavor than a Blanco. To me, I just really don't drink the Blancos, and sipping at least. So again, this is just the next step up. And a lot of different types of wood barrels are used for the aging. Most common is going to be American or French oak. I've done a lot of research on this, obviously. Some tequilas are also aged in used bourbon or whiskey barrels. So You can even get cognac, stuff like that, wine, and they're going to take on those flavors of whatever spirit was in that barrel previously. So pretty cool thing that you got there with the Reposado. And it's, again, building on top of that, you're just going to get to more aged tequilas. So the Anejo is literally extra aged, and that's aged for at least a year. So if it's aged for a year, you could classify that as an Anejo. I drink a lot of Anejos, Don Julio Anejo being one that I really like. And again, the distillers are required to age this in barrels that do not exceed 600 liters. I read that online. Don't know why that is, but basically in this, the aging process is going to darken the tequila to an amber color, and the flavor can become a little bit more complex when you get that. And they're also referred to as, aged or extra aged, which brings me right into my favorite. Again, here is an example of an Anejo right here. This is Casamigos, George Clooney and Randy Gervais tequila, rather new. Awesome commercial. I'm going to have it on the website. You got to check it out. It's just awesome. This is one of my favorite Anejo tequilas also that I sip on. Leading right back into it, we go to the Extra Anejo, which really is ultra aged. It's the most aged tequila you can get. It's like getting a 25-year-old scotch. Basically, this was added, from what I've read, in 2006, and anything that's aged more than 3 years can be classified as the Extra Anejo. So again, following the same rule, the distillers make it in barrels that are not of overcapacity of 600 liters. Again, all online research. And this is an evolving industry that I'm learning about, but I'm in love with it, so I'm just going to roll with it. And until facts start getting corrected in the comments, that's what I'm reporting. I'm sticking to it. So you're going to get this one, and if you see right here, it's a much darker color. This is one that I purchased, and it's okay. If you like after dinner drinks, this is a really good one for you. It's called Cava de Oro. It's an Extra Anejo tequila, pretty expensive one, if you will. Really cool packaging. For me, it's a little bit sweet, though. It really takes on a lot of that after dinner drink character, and it's just a little bit too sweet for me. But if I were to have an ice cream or something like that and a shot of that, or even pour it on top, that would be insane. So really, it's just a little too sweet for my liking to drink all the time, as far as at least this brand. But you'll see it takes on a darker color, darker hue when compared here to the Anejo. So you get a little bit darker color there with that. And, basically it's just the most aged one that you can get out there. And, other things I've read is that it's diluted by adding distilled water to it once it's aged, or ultra aged, you can say. So again, that's pretty much the 5 types of tequila that you're going to see, all broken down into different segments. I hope you learned something today. I hope you can, better order tequila when you're out at bars or restaurants. Again, if you're having a chilled shot, for me, this just hammers down really quick. If you want something with a little bit more flavor, or perhaps in a margarita that give you that darker flavor, a little more of a rich flavor, the Reposado is always a good one. And these are just examples. I have many, many more tequilas. You'll see reviews on hundreds, if not, I think there's 1,000 tequilas as of today. And of course, that number grows all the time. You'll see reviews of those on my site.